Alright everybody, welcome to the Morning Routine. Happy Monday, November 7th. Yes, it is November 7th. We are cruising into this month of November. Right around the corner we got Thanksgiving, Turkey Day. I'm super excited about that because I love me some good Thanksgiving food. All the tasty food is so good that it kind of sucks because you can't eat all of it, so you got to get a big plate so you can put little piles of all kinds of stuff on there. Oh, it's great. And don't forget, we talked about it last week on Thursday. Oh my, the deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are so good. I love deviled eggs. I could eat those all the time. I tend to fill up on those more than anything else. But let's not get into that. We'll get into that later. But for now, it is Monday, and we're talking about this week. We're going to be talking about being thankful and gracious and serving. What it means to serve at this time of year. Not just serve the food, although you can do that. You can go to what we're really talking about is going to a soup kitchen or a place that serves homeless meals or something like that. That's serving the community. That's serving food and the community. You're helping out, right? What do you do to help out? How have you been helped out? We're going to talk about that all week throughout our trainings and whatnot, and how that applies to independent living and how that applies to having a job or jobs that actually serve the community, like working at a day program, that's serving your community, working at the Salvation Army, that's serving your community, which we're doing, by the way, which is pretty cool. We got a cool volunteer gig going on there. But it is November, so we got to talk about what are we excited about in November? What do we love about November this time of year? The season changes, it gets cold, but we love being inside when it's warm. We like bundling up, and all these cool things that go on in November that don't even have to do with Thanksgiving. But it's the holiday season, so it's the season of giving and being thankful, and we start doing presidents and holiday things and stuff. I did mention that we have a cool volunteer opportunity going on right now with the Salvation Army, where we're boxing up tons and tons of food to be given out during the holiday season, right? This is really cool. Now, some of you have got to do this. Here's a couple pictures of how it's starting out for us. Very cool. More on that to come because we're going to do this all month long in November. We're going to do it in December, and we're going to continue on because this is a really cool way for us to get some on-the-job training. If we've never had a job before, volunteer opportunities and that experience you get working, doing a process, being managed, job coaching, all that kind of stuff, that's great to put on your resume for when you want to go get that independent employment. So this is an awesome opportunity. We're super happy to be able to help out the Salvation Army and our community around us. So more to come on that. But for now, we got to be thankful. It's Monday, and we're sticking to our routine, and we got to give you right here, back in the past with Zach. Hey everybody, it is Monday. How are you doing today? Hope you guys had a good weekend. The weather's getting a little cooler, seems a little more wintry, even though it's not winter, but it's feeling a little cooler out there. Looks like we got some rain. Let's go back in the bearded past with Zach. So last week I kind of told you guys a little bit about Stanislaus and how it became Stanislaus County. So I'm going to continue with this segment. We're going to learn all kinds of things about Stanislaus County and about the towns around this area. But today, what I want to talk to you guys about is what was this valley where we live here in Modesto, Turlock, Ceres, Oakdale? Well, almost 63 million years ago, just so you guys know, this was all underwater. The Sierra Nevadas, which are the mountains we see that have lots of snow on us when we look east, those were here. And then what happened was, to the west of those mountains was all one big ocean until
the coastal range, the mountains you go over when you're going into San Francisco, until those were formed. Once those were formed, this area was just one big inlet sea. Up until about 10,000 years ago, it was completely, then it froze over. And then once it unfroze, it became an area with rivers, the San Joaquin rivers, that's where they came from, the Stanislaus, the Tuolumne, the Merced, you just kind of go down the list, McCollum, all these rivers came out of there. Also, too, another little interesting fact about the Stanislaus area, during 35 million years ago, there was actually tigers. Now, of course, they weren't the tigers we see now. They were called the saber-toothed tigers. And they were here in this valley. Also, too, an elephant-sized ground sloth used to roam around here in the Stanislaus County at one point. And then, the first deer came eventually. And actually, the first deer around here, it had horns in its nose, and that's where they came out of. So, you guys, also, too, I'm going to give you this one, too, because I thought this was also 18-foot camels, short-legged rhinoceros, and huge mastodons that thrived here until about 10,000 years ago. Like I said, that's when the Ice Age came. And then, of course, all the animals that have been found. So this area has a lot of history to it. I want to keep going into it, but it's just a little taste of what it was like about, between 35 and 65 million years ago, you guys. Just think about it. You'd be walking around downtown Modesto and a gigantic tiger would come out. That'd be kind of scary. All right, guys. Have a good one, man. Enjoy. I'm ready for it.
Very cool. Now, the holidays bring us tons of stuff to do. There's always kind of different events going on, and Gabrielle's going to be here to not just give us national days, but what's going on in our community right here in the Modesto area that we can go to and check out and have some good holiday or wintry, fall-y kind of fun things.
Morning, everybody. It's Monday. Here we are, the second Monday of the month, Monday the 7th. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. I certainly did, yes. Not that I had to think about it, but I did have a good weekend. Weather's changing, everything's really nice and chilly in the mornings. It's just the dark thing I'm trying to get used to. I'm sure a lot of us are. We had that time change thing, so we fell back. Yes, fell back. But anyway, today is Monday, and I'm going to tell you about things that are going to really start happening around here that are Christmassy, even though, let's not forget the old turkey guy, we still like that. But all kinds of things start happening. And there is it will start Friday, but I'm letting you know in advance here. But on Friday at McHenry Village, they have the Go Modesto. It's the community hospice where they decorate trees everywhere and wreaths and stuff, and they're just everywhere, and they're beautiful. And different people in the community decorate them, and then they go online now, and they're on auction, and you can bid on them to purchase them, and then you get them. So I guess if you wanted a tree that was already decorated and everything and had a theme or whatever, that would be cool. Or a wreath for your door or somewhere in your house. But just something cool to go look at. And that's going to start Friday, and it's going to go through the 29th of this month. So if you're at McHenry Village, go give a peeky because they're really cool. Kind of get you in the holiday spirit too. Or just plain pretty and give you ideas for, your own tree. Different thoughts. I like to do stuff like that because then that way you keep fresh on different designs and things that you might have thought of, but you thought maybe it didn't work, and you see somebody else does it. All kinds of good ideas. I think I'm going to have to head over there and get some ideas too. So remember, it starts on Friday. Everybody have a great day today on the 7th.
All right, lots of cool stuff coming up. from Gabrielle on more cool things to do as the month progresses, as the season progresses. So for now, what do we got coming up? It's Monday, Facebook Live, 1 o'clock. We got something going on, something positive, something about the holidays, something. We're always doing something, right? So we'll see what happens. Facebook Live, 1 o'clock. Beyond that, have a great Monday, everybody. We got a little bit of wet weather coming up this week, so have those umbrellas handy, have those jackets handy. It's cold outside. We had a freeze warning last week, actually. Jeez, it's crazy. It's kind of coming on really fast, but that's okay. So make sure you're dressing appropriately, got some booties on, keep your feet dry. Have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday, on the Morning Routine. Come on, fly, baby. See what happens when you tell it what to do? You gotta ask it nicely. Will you fly for me, please? Yay!